Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we're going to take a look at Lyra, the Cosmic Seer. We have some fun graphics and a video to watch as well. Alright, so Lyra, you can click her and view her in game. There was a spot from the, I guess, notices to go check out the new hero. And well, she is beautiful. Hair's a bit weird, but it's stunning, stunning look. But before I actually look at, like, do my normal first look and actually just check her out in-game, I want to play something else. Alright, so they have the little Watchers archive video, so we might as well watch this. I'm going to keep the sound off because they like to have copywritten music. A nice look at her. She's beautiful. They did such a good job. Definitely one of, maybe my new favorite character. She does have the vibes of, like, Eileen with the styling, right, as well. Like, her clothes and the accessories are kind of similar. And very beautiful. I think she's my new favorite as far as appearance goes. But she is, okay, esoteric and infernal. And then we have this lovely Christmas skin. So I'm really glad when getting this skin we'll be able to, like, you know, we can have the Christmas skin for now, and then after the holidays are over, we could take it off and put it back to normal. So at least there are options. But she really is lovely. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, it's so hard to zoom on PC client, but there we go. So this is the visual. I love the little graphic. Her eyes are just stunning. They made her so pretty. The dress has a nice shimmer. She's got some gold heels, it looks like. Okay, I was wondering what shoes. You couldn't see the shoes. And there's a little bit of interest going on with this, like, cape. I like it. Very nice aesthetic. Let me know what you guys think. Unfortunately, I can't see the skin in game yet, at least not by clicking here. That's fine. So there's also some other fun infographics that the game put out with talking about where she's good at and stuff. So I figure I'm going to go through and read everything about her, get to the end, and before we do the lore, we'll take a look at those infographics and see what the game has to say about her utility. Alright, so she is infernal and esotericus. So that's interesting. I love when they're dual factions. Definitely provides a lot of great options, especially for those people looking to complete the faction trials who are newer players and need more options. So she's a mage dealing magic damage. Roaming among the stars, Lyra is the silent defender of Taya. She harnesses the magic of the stars to protect while destroying enemies from the far realms. Single target attack, ally buff, and an offensive dispel. Interesting wording. Okay. So before we get into her skills, let's take a look at her stats. Her range is pretty typical of a mage, so no surprises there. 4600 attack, that's pretty typical as well. 10.8 KHP, very low defense like usual. They're not really designed to get hit too often, are they? Cost is 19, so again, pretty typical. So nothing crazy about her stats, nothing like red flags, nothing amazing though, either with the basics, but let's see what we got. So the talent. The hero's basic attack has a 40% chance to generate a cosmic rift nearby. The hero can maintain up to 2 cosmic rifts at the same time. The basic attack also inflicts a magic resistance reduction on enemies. So a cosmic rift. Cosmic rifts mimic the same attack on one enemy in range when the summoner attacks. Attacks that can be mimicked include a basic attack, an ultimate, and focus fire attacks. Oh, interesting. Launched when Twin Fiend or Pyros activate their Lord skill. Mimicked basic attacks and focus fire attacks only deal 50% damage. But that's so cool. If she could summon a bunch of rifts and it's just another hero popping out some crazy focus fire attacks, that definitely brings the idea of keeping that the OG Twin Fiend infernal teams, you know, popping in Drake's Chasm, right? Guild boss. I'm super excited to see that, honestly. I think that's fun. I feel like they're you know, Twin Fiend Pyros, the Infernal team is probably a bit, not that it's bad, because it still is obviously very successful for beating the normal Drake's Chasm. Still can certainly use that sort of a team in Titanic Ruins. Also, I guess I've seen it a little bit even in the Immortal Codex with the Boreas boss, you know, that's all about damage over time. So Infernal heroes are really good typically that are doing burns and stuff. So it's kind of good to see that they're trying to pull some attention back there, because I feel like when it comes to players that have played for a long time, we've definitely cast aside, at least from what I've seen, not many people using Twin Fiend in a standard Infernal focus fire attack for much these days, unless we're just letting our guild boss teams, our Drake's Chasm teams roll, which actually, to be fair, I do. But I definitely don't even use them in Titanic Ruins because there's so many other options now. That, yeah, I think that's cool. All right, sorry, I blabbered. Magic attack, hitting one enemy, simple, basic. Our ultimate summons one meteor to deal 460% damage to one enemy in range. So it is a summon as well, right? She's not technically tagged as one of a summon here, but it does say summon. Oh, wait. No, a meteor is... Never mind. I take that back. That's a bad wording. These are... the cosmic rifts are generated. This is not a summon character. So this is... wait. When the summoner attacks... But they're very specific to say if someone is or something is summoned. Like, does it count as a summon with something like Anora buffing? I would think no, because they use the term chance to generate. But then they contradict their own text by saying when the summoner attacks. And then they use the word summon to talk about her attack, which has nothing to do with summoning anything. It's just her attack. Summons a meteor. The meteor is not a summon that can be buffed by Anora. I don't like when games mix their terminology, because then it makes it sound like, okay, maybe she can be buffed by Anora, but her meteor certainly can't be. Can these cosmic rifts? I would think no, because they use the term generate. But... and they don't give her the summon tag either. I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is just bad wording by... in the Cosmic Rift saying when the summoner attacks, they shouldn't have used the word summon. I think. Well, I could be wrong. We'll have to... I don't know. We'll have to see if Anora makes her... there you go. That's a test server test right there, right? Go see if Anora makes her Cosmic Rifts do more damage. I don't think so. I don't think that's intended. If anyone has already tested that, I'm sure some other CCs did test server stuff and have posted. Let me know in the comments below if you already know the answer to that question, but yeah, I don't know. So the next passive, when the ultimate meteor hits, if at least one cosmic rift exists, the hero's attack increases the hero's attack by 15% for 10 seconds. If two cosmic rifts exist, dispel one buff from the target. Oh, interesting. So you want to build her with a lot of attack speed. So the more these basic attacks have chances to generate cosmic rifts nearby. So you want to make sure she just keeps 2 up at all times. So that way her passive can make sure that she is increasing her attack. And that she's just dispelling buffs from the target. A new buff dispeller to add to the mix. I think we need that. That sounds great, right? Okay. Hello, Guild Boss and Titanic Ruins, I hope? Alright, after the hero and Cosmic Rifts deal damage to the same enemy 20 times, attack speed increases the hero's damage by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. This bonus disappears when attacking a different enemy. Yeah, definitely sounds like you're gonna give her a ton of attack speed and I mean just other than that, just typical damage build, but giving her higher attack speed than the average for sure sounds like you would benefit, right? Am I on the right page? I think so. We'll see. All right, so her awakenings. So using Starfall Strike extends the duration of all cosmic rifts by 8 seconds. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Summon, that's okay, that's her ultimate. Whenever they use her ultimate, extends their duration. And then Awaken 2 is attack plus 300. Awaken 3, when Celestial Confluence reaches full stacks, the damage dealt by Cosmic Rifts is mimicked. Wait, Cosmic Rifts mimicked basic attacks increases to 100% of the hero's basic damage. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, I like that. That has great potential. Especially with the focus on her basic attacks, it's really interesting. But is her ultimate a nice big smash with that meteor? So what gear set are we going to use? Oh boy. Maybe one of the newer ones. Alright, penetration plus 8%. And then Awaken 5. Starfall Strike ignores 70% of magic resistance, but reduces the hero's rage regen by 15%. Weird. But I'm sure this makes this smash even harder. So those Soulbond Arcana type sets for those ultimates could probably be ideal if you get her all the way to Awaken 5. Okay. I don't know. I don't know that I hate when stuff like hurts you at the same time though. I wonder if it's worth it. That's the hard part. But yeah, I like the idea that she is a magic damage dealer that is seemingly going to really benefit from a ton of attack speed. That sounds like a fun build. Alright, so before I get into the lore, let me pull up something else. Alright, so I have this Lyra strategy guide. And sorry guys, I didn't realize I look like I'm dead over here. Oh my gosh, my eye's really puffy today. I don't know why. Probably just because it's a little bit irritated lately. So, apologies if I look like I didn't get any sleep and you're like, what's wrong with you? Whatever. I'm fine. My eye's just been really giving me problems with the Bell's palsy lately. Okay, so single target ally buff offensive dispel. Let's take a look at the details that they suggest. So a stage evaluation, Gear Raid 1. Lyra deals high damage to a single target, so she won't be effective in this hero raid. Gear Raid 2. Lyra will perfectly kill the boss at the end of the raid, but this stage is difficult for her to kill the waves of monsters. Not recommended. Gear Raid 3. This raid is not suitable for this hero. Just no. Gear Dungeon stages. Lyra can help you kill monsters faster on the top line, but is not recommended to put on the bottom line. They do give her a 3 out of, I think, 5 stars. And then 4 out of 5 stars for Gear Dungeon 2. Lyra does a great job against Volka's magic copy. It can be placed above and below, depending on the output of the copy. So yeah, that makes sense. Magic damage dealer, single target. There's limited places for that, but we know where they're good. And just like we thought where they're good, Void Rift, right? Void Rift is always a great place for a magic damage fighter. There's a lot of places where we really need that hard-hitting magic damage single target, and Void Rift, yeah, Lyra should definitely shine. They mentioned Arbiter of Frost Immortal Codex, just like I called out earlier. They gave her 3 out of 5 though, so maybe not top tier. And single target arena, same thing. Now they didn't mention, oh wait, yes they do, Guild Boss. So overall evaluation, Lyra will perfectly show herself where magic damage is needed against single targets. She'll be solid. And also this hero herself, distinctively in other activities, Void Rift, Gear Dungeon 2, and the Clan Boss. I think Clan Boss is plural, she should be fine for both, right? Alright, now time for the lore. After all these years, I finally know who sent me to this land. Eileen. In the vastness of Taya, where the stars whisper secrets to those who listen, one luminary shone brighter than the others, Lyra, the cosmic seer. As an ancient celestial entity, she witnessed the rise and fall of kingdoms, the ebb and flow of magic, and the perpetual struggle between light and dark. For centuries, she remained a distant guardian, guiding souls with her twinkling radiance until the day she sensed a shift, an ominous disruption of balance that threatened to engulf Taya. Lyra had watched over Eileen since the moment the child fell from the moon. In fact, it was she who sent Eileen below, believing that her mere presence would herald a new era of peace. Yet, as the tides of darkness spread like a plague, Eileen's calls for aid echoed through the cosmos, reaching Lyra's ethereal essence. It was then that the astral sovereign knew she could no longer remain a passive observer. Her decision to descend was made final by Eileen stood amid sheer chaos, outnumbered and overwhelmed by a horde of corrupt foes swarming a village she was protecting. Shadows swarmed around her, corrupt figures drawn to the lunar light she embodied. In that desperate moment, she closed her eyes and lifted her hands to the sky, pouring her soul into a heartfelt plea to the cosmos. She called out for guidance, for strength, and for a sign that she was not alone in this battle against the encroaching darkness. Her voice, trembling yet resolute, reached up to the heavens, echoing through the stillness of the night. Suddenly, the air crackled with energy as a brilliant light burst forth from above, illuminating the darkness that surrounded her. Lyra descended like a meteor, radiant and powerful, a cosmic force in the human form of a tall, luminous woman draped in robes that shimmered like twilight. With a sweep of her arm, the corrupted enemies were vanquished, their shadows dissipating into nothingness. Eileen gazed in awe as Lyra stood before her, a figure of unwavering strength and celestial beauty. At once, Eileen knew who had sent her to Taya all those years ago, and to whom she could now look to for continued guidance as a mentor and friend. Lyra looked once toward the night sky at the space made dark in her absence before turning to Eileen. "Hello, child. We have much work to do."